a high-profile Australian PR guru has been found dead in his luxury apartment. The body of Jai Evans, 43, was discovered on Wednesday in the unit he was renting in the Ritzy Horizon complex in Darlinghurst, inner Sydney. The PR industry was abuzz with rumors on Friday about when exactly he died and for how long his body lay undiscovered. One friend told Daily Mail Australia he died last Sunday but was not found until days later. Meanwhile, a source told that Evans was distant in the weeks before his death, and friends and acquaintances said he would fall off the radar for days at a time, which was out of character for him. Evans had more than 2 decades of experience in the public relations industry. He founded his own business, Evans Media, in 2005 and worked with hundreds of media companies to help with their PR strategies. Throughout his celebrated career, Jai worked as an advertising manager, publicist, magazine publisher, editor, and all-round public relations expert. Evans helped many key players in Australian media, including Channel 9, Sky News, News Limited, BRW, and Vogue, achieve their marketing goals. The talent expert also boasted a host of famous friends, including model Lara Worthington and e-commerce queen Anastasia Fye-Kogan. Just hours before his sudden passing at 34, Rich Homie Quan announced he would be performing at Nick Cannon's music festival. The Atlanta rapper, who collaborated with Young Thug as Rich Gang, was found dead in his home on Thursday. His family announced his passing but has not disclosed the cause. His girlfriend Amber Williams found him on the couch not breathing and without a heartbeat, according to the 911 call obtained by TMZ. He began to foam at the mouth when she moved him. Fellow rapper Playboi Carti was among those to lead tributes to the late star, posting several clips of him on his Instagram story. Lamar was born in Atlanta, Georgia in October 1989. Initially aspiring to be a professional baseball player, he earned a scholarship to Fort Valley State University but dropped out due to tuition costs. After working at an airport and losing his job, Lamar became involved in burglaries and served 15 months in jail. Upon his release, he focused on music and gained mainstream recognition with his 2013 single Type of Way and the 2015 hit Flex. Ooh, ooh, ooh. In November 2016, Lamar filed a $2 million lawsuit against his former label, Think It's a Game, claiming unpaid royalties. The label countersued for breach of contract, and both lawsuits were eventually settled out of court. He achieved further fame as part of the group Rich Gang, alongside Atlanta rapper Young Thug, as part of a Cash Money Records project. At the time, he was described by the New York Times as being part of the city's rising generation of rappers. His latest single, Achi, saw him feature alongside rapper 2 Chainz Z. Lamar was due to testify in the trial of his former bandmate, Young Thug, real name Jeffrey Lamar Williams, who is accused of street gang activities. Eintracht Frankfurt have confirmed the death of their under-19 head coach Helge Rasche. The 33-year-old lost his life in a car crash on Thursday, with the Bundesliga side confirming the news published by German reports this morning. In a statement posted on social media, the club wrote, "Eintracht Frankfurt is devastated by the loss of U19 head coach Helge Rasche. The 33-year-old lost his life in a traffic accident yesterday. Our thoughts are with his family and friends." German rivals Borussia Dortmund replied to the post, writing, "We too mourn the loss of Helge Rasche and would like to express our deepest sympathy. Our thoughts are with him, his family, and loved ones. Rest in peace." Bild report that Rasche was driving a white Hyundai on a road between Dietzenbach and Rodgau, to the southwest of Frankfurt. The publication stated that his car went off the road after a junction to a gravel works and crashed into a tree. Pictures obtained by Bild showed that the Hyundai was a write-off after the accident, with the front of the car caved in. It said that he died at the scene of the accident after suffering serious injuries. Frankfurt players were informed about Rasche's passing on Thursday. Rasche joined Eintracht's youth department in 2020. In 2023, he was promoted to U17 and then U19 head coach in the Youth Bundesliga. This season, he was on the sidelines for 5 games in the U19 Youth League, Group D, where they were second with 10 points. Rasche had been preparing his side for their home game against Darmstadt 98 on September 14th. Brazilian musician Sergio Mendes has died at the age of 83. The iconic Latin artist passed away in Los Angeles, according to a Friday report from TMZ. Mendes was a world-famous Brazilian musician who collaborated with jazz greats such as Herb Alpert. Sergio was known for bossa nova, a jazz-inflected derivative of samba, and worked with the famous musician Antonio Carlos Jobim. Mendes also headed up the iconic musical group Brazil 66. He was Oscar-nominated for his song Real in Rio, which he made with John Legend for the 2012 animated movie Rio. And he won 3 Grammys over his 70-year career. He worked with many mainstream artists such as the Black Eyed Peas, with whom he re-recorded in 2006 a version of his breakthrough hit Mas Que Nada. He also made music with Stevie Wonder, who wrote Mendes' hit The Real Thing. And Sergio worked on a 007 song. He helped singer Lonnie Hall as a producer of her vocals on the title song for the James Bond film Never Say Never Again in the 1980s. Mendes was married to Gracinha Leperace, who performed with him since the early 1970s. The artist was born in 1941 in Niterói, RJ, Brazil. He studied classic music at Curso Santa Cecilia and the Conservatory of Music in Niterói. His first inspiration was Dave Brubeck, which inspired him to start a jazz club with pals. The star got his start in the 1950s when he played nightclubs in his native Brazil, but his biggest hits were made in the US. The year 1962 was big for him. His first taste of mainstream fame came when he performed the Oscar-nominated The Look of Love during the Academy Awards in 1968. His hit songs include The Fool on the Hill, Scarborough Fair, and Never Gonna Let You Go. His big hit was the Grammy-winning Elektra album Brasileiro in 1992. He was one of the most internationally successful Brazilian artists of all time. Mendes has recorded more than 35 albums, many of which went gold or platinum. He's a 3-time Grammy Award winner, Oscar-nominated songwriter, and the subject of a 2020 feature documentary.